Thank you for stopping to watch my video. I want to teach as many U.S. investors, U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, and 1099 income earners how you can save U.S. taxes just like the rich. Most people have never heard of the Spendthrift Trust. It's legal, it's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on 2 separate occasions and won both times. You can't get more legal than that. Personally, I work for a private law firm that was started 77 years ago by a Harvard law professor who wrote 5 specific trusts. Today, we're only talking about 2 of them to help you save taxes. In 77 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. Now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm, and they are so confident in what they do, if you get questioned by the IRS, they will defend you free of charge, because it doesn't happen. So, if you want to find out more information, let me give you a little bit of history. This comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England so he could divorce his wives. Hey, murder a few ladies, start a church, why not? He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went further back to the Magna Carta in the 13th century and said, oh, no, King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. They started before we were an actual country. Our current tax code that we are under currently, I say that twice, sorry about that. Our current tax code started in February of 1913. It was only supposed to be around for a few years, but then we got involved in World War I. Since 1913, it's grown and grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. But the super rich families of 1913, the Barron families of 1913, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, they made sure they could save taxes. They made sure it was in the IRS Tax Code 643B. Let me repeat that, 643B. When you Google Tax Code 643B, and please do, I want you to do all your research, you will find out the IRS has a memorandum and an opinion letter saying they do not like Tax Code 643B. They do not like the Irrevocable, Complex, Discretionary, Non-Grantor, Spendthrift Trust. It's their opinion. In my opinion, lima beans are horrible. My mom loved lima beans. Never, ever make me eat lima beans. IRS cannot change the tax code. Only Congress can change the tax code. And quite frankly, too many presidents, including our current president's father, started this trust in 1972. Too many senators, too many congresspeople, and too many rich people have the trust. When you start the trust, it's contract law, not IRS law. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but I started my trust, my personal story. I became a real estate investor in 2018 when my mom got sick. In 2019, with my mentor, I wholesaled 7 bank-owned properties nationwide, paid off $184,000 in debt. Woohoo! I was a rock star in my real estate group, and I had $50,000 in my bank account. COVID struck around St. Patrick's Day. My mom's from Ireland, so that's a big day for us. COVID struck. All my real estate investing just absolutely stopped. Banks shut down, courthouses shut down, nothing worked. On April 4th, 2020, my CPA asked me to come in and have a meeting with him. Never a good thing to talk about. I lived in Phoenix, so I drove out there to Scottsdale late in the afternoon, parked in the parking garage, went up to his office, and he says, "Congratulations, Sally. Your tax bracket went from 22% to 24%. You personally owe the federal government $94,000 in short-term capital gains." What? I only have $50,000 saved. Well, my CPA was ready for me. He had paperwork to set up me on a payment plan for the next 12 months. It would be more expensive, but he was going to help me out. Kept it together, signed his paperwork, got my parking validated, go down to the parking garage, and literally cried for 20 minutes. Where the hell am I going to get an extra $24,000 and it's COVID and everything shut down? Drive back, if you know geography, drive back from Scottsdale back to Phoenix into the sunset, tears running down my face. My great aunt Kitty, who's Irish, always made a comment saying, "Sleep on it." That's what I did. Next morning, when I woke up, I remembered I read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has over 400 people under the same EIN or employee identification number. Each separate family files a separate 1041 tax return, not a 1040, a 1041 tax return. Well, if the Rockefellers can save taxes, why can't Sally Gibbons save taxes? I took 5 months to find the law firm that I now participate with, called them. I started both my business trust and my beneficial trust on September of 2020. An example of what I can do to help you. I helped a Virginia salesman. There's 4 ways to file your taxes. You can be single, the most expensive way, a head of household with kids under the 18 that you're in charge of, married filing separately, and married filing jointly. That's the cheapest way. Guess what? On January 1st, 2025, quietly, the IRS changed married filing separately tax brackets to be the same as single. So if you are filing married filing separately, if you're watching this video, just change that. Start filing married jointly, and you can save thousands of dollars a year. What was I going to tell you? Oh, so he was a single businessman. In 2024, he made $150,000 in 1099 income. He lives in an apartment with 2 roommates, drives a 10-year-old car, and he knew he had nothing to his name. He started this trust on January 3rd, and if he again makes another $150,000 or more in 2025, he's going to save $34,598 for the full year, or per month, $2,882. That's 90% on his federal income taxes and no longer pay Virginia state income taxes. What he plans to do with his $34,000 in 2026, he's going to put that down on a down payment on a house. Ladies, he's single, and continue doing this. So he became an affiliate of mine and told his other salespeople about this, and he's making some money doing that. That's the business trust. If you're making at least $100,000 gross per year, you will save 5 figures in taxes, no matter if you file jointly, if you file separately, if you're head of household, or if you're single. Now, every single trust that Paul Benson wrote saves you in 3 very important ways. Number 1, you save taxes year after year, generation after generation. You leave a legacy. Number 2, you keep your information 100% private. It will not hold any LLCs, S Corps, or C Corps. When I started my trust, I was living in Arizona. I now live in North Carolina. What Arizona does with the Corporation Commission of Arizona is not the same that the Secretary of State of North Carolina does. Anyone can go online to either state's website and research all LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps. 40% of them get sued every single year. And the third way you save is that I can't stop you from being sued, but all lawsuits become frivolous because all your assets are in a trust. So the beneficial trust. My first house that I put into the beneficial trust was a bank-owned reverse mortgage that was going to go to auction when COVID restrictions got lifted. I paid $20,000 for it. I did change it into the trust, and when it finally sold on August 28th, 2021, it went for over $64,000. Without lifting a hammer, I made $44,000, and at 24% tax rate, I got to save $10,328 in short-term capital gains. I just put that into more real estate. So with the beneficial trust, the 5 taxes you'll save: you'll no longer pay capital gains when you sell something at a profit. You'll no longer pay interest income taxes if you're a passive investor. You'll no longer pay dividend income taxes if you're in the stock market. You'll no longer pay rental income taxes if you're a real estate investor. And you'll no longer pay royalty income taxes if you have talent or if you're in the NFT world. I have a free class at www.thetrustisyou.com. On Tuesday, we start the 4th quarter. Start saving taxes legally, just like the rich. Have a beautiful and safe Labor Day weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. Rich. Have a beautiful and safe Labor Day weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.